Nirvana just felt like a country to me that I could go visit whenever I wanted. You know, it was part of my daily life. I know at some point I started mining YouTube, which everybody does, and I started pulling these stills from home movies that captured a certain posture of Cobain on stage, and then I translated those into color pencil drawings. One of them is called Like a Setting Sun, and it's a still from the video Smells Like Teen Spirit. In its YouTube form, it is not polished. It's quite grainy and lovely. They just seem like they were in hell, literally. You know, they just seemed like they were yelling, like the silent scream. And I named it after a Neil Young lyric, that every junkie is like a setting sun. Another drawing, Have a Hangover, is quite blown out, sort of hippie tie-dyed palette. And it has all these halos, the rainbow effect that's happening on the outside that is considered bad photography or things you don't want to happen. I really pursued those. The medium of colored pencil seems like a low commitment at first. You know, you can really build on it. I can really go slowly, and that seems very important to the process. Whenever I rush something, I tended to ruin it, and then I'd have to go for a walk and come back and start again. It just seemed like this really lo-fi media, sort of like doodling in a notebook. I think of Cobain and Nirvana as actually a kind of heat that emanated out of Aberdeen, Washington. I do feel like he is the landscape here. He's become a material in himself, which is a very generous gesture on his part. And I think that's one of the things I love about YouTube is it's this generous community that shoves disparate elements together to make it theirs. And then I take it another generation or degeneration and make it mine. But I still feel like I experienced it through these people that made these posts. I think one aspect that's very important for other artists, other makers, other musicians, is this punk aspect, this idea of putting something out before it's totally finished, and that actually makes it better. It's a risk, you know, that you're putting something out that's raw, but you wouldn't do it at all if you waited for perfect conditions. And that's so exciting to say, you know what, it's finished and I'm gonna put it out there and I'm not gonna wait for the polish, and that is the vigor of the work. I definitely get that from Cobain.